All right, everybody, we want to entertain you now over at the 710 Main Theater. A very, very special show opens tonight through December 20th. It's the show Joseph's Gospel, a touching one-man comedy that tells the story of Joseph of Bethlehem through his eyes. This show is the U.S. premiere, and the incredible reviews are due to the performance of our next guest, the star of the show, Safier, who is back in Western New York after just 8 months.
Yes. Well, actually, you know what? I just signed a contract with your station this morning.
Yeah.
Every 8 months.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to be on your show.
It's so nice to have you here. You were just on stage doing George Burns.
I was just on stage doing Humbug.
Humbug.
My third one-man show.
Yeah,
I have 3 one-man shows in my brain at the same time.
I don't know how you do it.
It hasn't exploded yet. I've just tied James Whitmore for the most one-man shows in your head, and I'm going to go for 4 and break the record.
Oh, my gosh.
But I don't know what the 4th one's going to be yet.
Well, you know.
I can't believe I have this in my head.
I can't believe you do that every night all by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Up on the stage.
Yeah.
And you only do very impressive people, I must say.
Yeah,
you know,
really.
Who else would command a one-man show?
Somebody else said that to me. Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Guys.
But let's see. George Burns, Ebenezer Scrooge, and Joseph of Bethlehem.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty great lineup.
Yeah.
So tell us about the show, because it's a wonderful show, but it's a comedy.
Yeah.
And you find moments that I think a lot of people who are parents will identify with.
This is a show about being a dad. That's what it's about. It happens to be the dad is Joseph of Bethlehem, and he's saying that, you know, nobody ever hears the story through my eyes.
Right.
So this is how it looks to a dad. and we call it a divine comedy about parenthood, and that's what it's about. It's very non-secular. It's very contemporary in its feel. It's funny. Most of it is funny. Of course, there are parts that are sad. We know the end of the story.
Right.
But and it's for all ages, and it's for believers, non-believers, whatever your religion is. I was told about the show when I was doing Say Goodnight Gracie.
Really?
Because somebody said, I just saw a great one-man show this was way up on the St. Lawrence in northern New York. Said, I saw a show in Ontario I said, tell me about it. So he did. I said, that sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
And this guy was a minister, so I knew that it was not going to offend anybody.
Right.
I got the script. I got to page 5, and I said, I've got to do this show.
Amazing. But you know, I mean, with George Burns, there's somebody that you can remember his performances. Joseph, there hasn't, you know, I mean, how do you play Joseph?
There's no video.
No, there is no video. There's no film.
There's not even an etching.
No.
You go from what the play John Doe wrote a wonderful. Oh, it's so clever. It's so funny and modern. I mean, he treats them as human beings.
Yeah.
But he treats them as contemporary human beings.
That's great.
I took my cues from what John wrote.
And audiences are loving it.
Yeah, well,
we're going to
don't know yet.
They know they did up in. Well, no, that's
they
right.
Did? The audiences loved it in London.
Up until, yeah.
Well, it was first, the playwright did it at the Edinburgh Festival. Then it was done on the West End in London.
Right.
By Tom Conti played the role. But then after that, it was done all over Europe in like 8 different languages. It kept getting translated.
But you're doing the U.S. premiere.
Which is why we don't have any videotape.
I know. Are you excited?
Any B-roll? No, sorry, we haven't done it yet.
We haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
That's a great theater, too, because it's very intimate.
Yes, that's what I like about it. Yeah. Well, I did Gracie in that theater last spring, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So we're doing 4 performances. I finally I'm very, very eager to see what an audience, how they respond. If they, I hope they're going to laugh. I hope they feel free to laugh, because it's funny. I'm so excited that this is the vehicle I chose for my 3rd one-man show.
Is there a favorite part for you in the show? Do you have a favorite moment?
I think there's a lot of conversations between Joseph and the Mary, who he refers to just as the boy's mother. I don't even say the name Jesus until the last page of the script.
Isn't that interesting?
It's always the boy or my son.
Yeah.
There's some conversations between the two of them that just sound like conversations that a married couple would have.
But you're playing all of those roles,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
You're
right.
talking, as these people would talk.
I'm being her
Yeah.
as well as Joseph,
That is-
because he's telling the story of how they met.
You're going to be great. I know. Break a leg.
Thank
Every
you.
time you're here, you do such a great job. And everybody says,
Oh.
when is Alan coming back? And here you are
Yeah.
starring in this tonight. So it's going to be wonderful.
Well, as I said, every 8 months I will be on your show.
Is this something that could go to Broadway? What do you think? I know, from my mouth to...
Oh, yeah, from your mouth
Right.
to his.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I would love to. Or off Broadway.
Yeah.
But I would love to see this. I think audiences in New York would love it. But they're going to love.
I think
people are
so.
going to really like this show.
Well, we can't wait to see you on stage doing it, and
thank
it's a
you.
perfect time of year for it. And I think
Yeah.
people will understand where it's coming from, and it's, you know what I mean. If you're looking for just a great message, you're going to identify with this. This is Alan Safier in Joseph's Gospel. All right, listen, everybody. It's at the 710 Main, playing now through December 20th. Tickets 1-800-745-3000, Ticketmaster.com or shays.org. It's as easy as that. As a matter of fact, Alan, let me tell you, my co-host John, this looks like a show you will just love.